Hey everyone, hope everything is going well. All right, there were a lot of things that I wanted to talk about. Didn't really have that much time to do a video, but I'm going to look at this one video here. Make sure to take a look. It's by Dan the Card Man. He did a few videos. He referenced, I think, Science Lab from Instagram. He referenced Cage Lawyer. He referenced also Mind Cycle Cards. And you can take a look at this video, but he made some interesting points regarding how he believed and many other individuals in this hobby believe that there's hankus pankus going on, hanky panky, dealing with the high end market manipulation. And he's just wondering, hey, what's going on here? Now, number one, I do always talk about the Federal Reserve. Okay, they did cut interest rates by 50 basis points, what, last month? So when you have a situation like that, yes, you will see some high-end cards go up. There's nothing wrong with that. But what he's trying to say is that, hey, look, you see this John Stockton card. It's a PSA 8 auto 10 sold on Heritage for 18,600 bucks. And if you go on eBay, it's later in the video. There's cards out there, PSA 8, that's just going for $1,500. Like, what's going on? Is this some pumping and dumping going on? Is market manipulation? Why is there such a huge discrepancy? Or are the people on Heritage, did they just get, the fear of missing out? I did talk about high-end Fugazi, and I talked about how Shine 150 won this LeBron James card, and he was the highest bidder. And we all know, for those that don't know, or vast majority know of his background, he was in jail for trafficking drugs. Now he's out, he's balling in sports cards. Now, that doesn't mean that the funds he's using now are illegitimate, but a lot of people are asking questions regarding that. Like, where's the money coming from? Where's the origination of the funds? Okay. And not only that, he's been buying a lot of LeBron James exquisite cards, and right now there's a lawsuit regarding this exquisite card that was posted on Golden's auction. Then Golden took it off because Card Porn and a few others, including Matthew Allen, aka Shine 150, told Golden, convinced Golden to take it off because they thought that Spiegel Brothers card was, there's some hanky panky going on. Spiegel Brothers say no, and they have receipts to why they believe that no hanky panky was going on their end. So there's that legal battle going on. And, there was also in that lawsuit, for those that are new to my channel, because I know some people from the comic book industry are now watching me, or comic book hobby. But what ended up happening is that they believe that, or from a subpoena of a doctor that knew Shine, they're saying that, hey, this guy was on payroll at some point of Gold. Now, once again, that's just one subpoena. It could be fake news, but that's in the legal documents, right? So you're talking about a complicated case where Shine is buying up all these cards and then convincing Golden to take it off through card porn. Card porn's no longer in the hobby because he engaged in fraud. And then not only that, where Shine may have been on Golden's payroll. So we're talking about all this crazy stuff going on. Now, what Dan was talking about early on in this video, and tying back, I'll tie it back to the Shine stuff. Like, hey, look, this is weird. This is high-end Fugazi. Sure, we get it. Fed prints money, low interest rates, negative interest rates, or if you go from positive rates to less positive, and then eventually negative interest rates, collectibles go up. That's a given. But there's huge discrepancies here. Could be just that people don't know what the hell they're doing when they're bidding on these cards, or there's games being played. It goes back to my high-end Fugazzi video where look, what games are being played on the high end? Is it just that, hey, look, it's pretty cutthroat, and since it's cutthroat, some people want all of the cards, and because they want all the cards, you start to see things that look weird but may not be actually hanky panky. Or on the other hand, this is hanky panky to the extreme, and it needs to be looked into. Now, who can make a difference in the hobby? Okay, I can do my videos, sure, but who else has authority in this hobby? I believe who has authority in this hobby. There are card ladder, they are market movers, and they could be like, hey, look, there's a lawsuit right now going on with Ken Golden and also the Spiegel brothers, and Matthew Allen is labeled in that. And until that lawsuit gets resolved, we will not acknowledge any of his purchases because we don't know, number one, if Matthew Allen at one point worked for Golden and then is bidding on cards for Golden. And then on top of that, we don't know if Shine, how much of a role he played in taking down that card. And we don't know where he's getting the money from because of his background. So, how do you stop high-end Fugazi? One way is, hey, look, if someone is involved in a lawsuit like this, even though he's not specifically, you have it's Spiegels versus Ken Golden, right? Until that gets resolved, card ladder, in my opinion, market movers should not recognize the sales until that is solved. Once that's solved, okay, start putting down his sales. There is no control mechanism in this hobby. It's all about, we had that situation with the sports card therapist, and he was well respected in the hobby. And that became any private sale was sent to Card Ladder, and they reported it. And we know that he did hankus pankus. So, yeah, you're not going to come up with the solution right away. And we don't have access to audit the books. We don't have access to audit the sales. I wish we did, but we don't. But how can this start? First of all, it can start with these bigger companies that have say. Now, it's going to piss people off, with high-end cards, but hey, look, there's no sheriff in this hobby. And people say, oh, you're negative this, negative that. Well, I was talking to a guy who has similar thought process like me. I'm not going to mention his name. He tends to be like a libertarian. I'm more libertarian than not. I don't want the government to come in unless there's fraud. But when you don't have regulation, you need free market regulation. We need more people speaking up. We need to hold these companies accountable. And if you're at a show, you have to ask them politely. Ask market movers, ask card ladder. Don't be rude. Don't be obnoxious. Just be like, hey, look, you're putting down some of Shine's sales. He's involved in this lawsuit, or he was named in the lawsuit. He has to, answer questions. Why are we showing sales of him that they're legit when, hey, look, there could have been hanky panky going down a couple of years ago. And what hanky panky is going down now? Could be nothing. But there's no sheriff. There needs to be a sheriff. And we need to hold people accountable, hold companies accountable. This is market regulation. This is how you do it. All right. Anyways, let me know your thoughts. I'll talk to you later. See ya. Bye.